Welcome to the Pine Room, episode 162.
162.
Happy Tuesday, everybody.
We're here, myself, Cools, Jarrett, Soup. We just did 3 hours on the radio. Now we're doing another hour and some change here in the studio. We had a busy weekend. I'm walking like a baby deer. Soup's, you're doing a little better than I am.
Jared's beat up.
Yeah, I'm a little
just ugly.
We had a long weekend. The fellas did, that's for sure. But you guys probably had a little bit more satisfying weekend than probably all of us.
Yeah.
Cools, you think you'll run it next year? We should all run it as a group.
Well, to clarify, Soup, you many weeks ago you had mentioned that you were running the Tough as Nails, and I think I offhandedly said that I might try it too, and then I texted you like 2 weeks ago.
I didn't believe you,
and I said I was going to do it. And I talked to you a little bit about it, and then you scared me about it because you said it was really hard.
It is.
And then the 2 days before, I finally pulled the trigger and just bought my thing. And then I texted you in the morning, and you said, did you actually sign up?
I didn't believe you.
So then we met, and we did the Tough as Nails. He was the flight before me. And it was by far one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life.
Can you picture how fun it would be if you're the first group, though? You don't have to wait for anything.
Yeah.
You know how you had to wait for some stuff because there's a log jam?
Yeah.
When you're the first group, did we run it in the first group?
Yeah, we were first group.
You never have to wait. Whether you're first or last, it's so spread out.
How many people were in a heat?
150.
There was 575 people that ran it.
God damn. And how many? And what
There
was
were
it to
5.
sign up?
$111.
But it's $60 if you sign up right now for next year. It's $60.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't
The
remember
later
paying
you
that
sign-
much.
The later you sign up, the more you pay. But either way, you're still paying at least $60.
Hey, you know what I was thinking about? There's sponsors for it every year. Wouldn't it be cool if we did one out and you had to run through the parking lot and do something hard?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would be
you do
cool. We
a-
could do
What would be,
like a log,
medicine ball or something.
like something
climb a
with
pine
pine,
tree.
like like you had to like flip a log or something.
Yeah.
Flip a or like maybe like roll on a
You
on
gotta
a
like
log
run
or
over
something.
pine cones.
Yes. Yeah, or throw pine cones at each other.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
Jub, how about did you talk to Jarrett or Cools about some of the obstacles?
Not really. We haven't really talked about it. I mean, we talked about it a little bit on the show, on the radio.
Did you tell him
show
about
today,
the bucket of nails you had to carry?
Dude, that to me, that was one of the not like one of the hardest things that I've done ever, but that was towards the end of the
Yeah.
race. And
What'd you have to do?
so we ran all the way through the whole thing, and there were many obstacles. But this one was after we got through the Intelligencer building, which is where they make the paper out there past United Bank. And they had pallets of
You're way out in the woods now.
like gravel and like railroad spike nails that you have to carry in 5-gallon buckets around this loop of cones and then sit them back on the
And
pallet.
you're like shaking.
And I
trying
picked
to-
them up. I saw them. I was like, okay, these aren't going to be too bad. I picked them up. I was like, these are I don't know how I'm going to do this. And then I look ahead of me, and there's a woman that's probably in her upper 40s, maybe mid 50s. And I'm like, if she can do this, I can do
Yeah.
this. So then I buckled
Well, that's what
down.
I was gonna ask. So like, was Sammy able to do it?
She grabbed two.
Yes,
She
you
did a
too.
great job, slowly pacing herself, so she didn't ever have to set him down. She did. a
How
good
heavy do
job
you think they were?
I'd say
Oh.
40
40
pounds
pounds?
each.
I'd say maybe a little heavier than
I mean, because
that.
Sammy's probably not even. I
Yeah.
mean, Sammy might be
She's like
those
100
two buckets combined.
Yeah, she's like 115 pounds, maybe 120. Cool. The first year we didn't we have to pick up the sandbags and go up that hill and around?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
The course changes every year. That's why I keep coming back.
See, I think I would rather do that than the steps. The
Steps will be there forever.
Well, yeah.
No, not the steps, not the big ones. The parking.
The parking garage.
Yeah, we had to do that for the one by West Baker. That
Yeah.
the amount of steps you have to go through is truly
People don't
incredible.
get it.
Yeah,
People don't-
I try to explain it. I never know how to properly
No,
explain it
no.
because it's just all I can say is there's a lot of steps.
Because these guys did it before me, obviously. And I texted Cooley in the morning. Well, I texted the group, and Cooley said, "Whatever you do, burn yourself out in the beginning.
Yeah,
He's
'cause
right.
the steps will kill you." So I ran the first. And granted, I haven't ran over a mile and probably at least since high school. And I ran the first mile flat out, got to the steps, and they never ended.
Uh-oh.
They never
it
ended.
never ends.
And there are 3 roads that intersect the stairs. So you get to the first road and you're like, okay, we're good here. Then maybe one more, and then that's it. Get to the second flight, doesn't end there. Third flight doesn't end there. Then you get to the last one, and then you still have to go up
that hill.
So where is this? I gotta try to visualize where this is.
Past the football
field.
field.
Green, isn't it?
Yeah, and they call them the stairway to heaven. I don't know.
Horrible.
I don't even know how to explain where the steps are.
Did you make it across the floating bridge?
Mm-hmm. We took our shoes off. I shouldn't have taken my shoes off.
I took mine off.
Did you make it?
Yeah.
Because I thought I was going to fall in, and I didn't.
No, you're more athletic than that.
Yeah, but I think even if you wouldn't have fallen in, I think they would have gotten away.
Yeah.
Do they have the net things that you climb?
Yeah, those are tough.
I love that.
Yeah,
That's so much fun.
Tough. Hey, your body's shaking like this trying to climb
What
over.
about the you get the army crawl under the?
Yep. And you know what I did? I spun. Like I rolled instead of crawling. I was just, I was super.
Yeah, was that faster?
Yeah, way faster. You know what I hope they do, and they don't do this because it's all supposed to be about fun and like coming together and doing it as a group. I want them to put trackers on one of the heats.
Yeah.
I want to know. Like I'd like to race.
A competitive heat.
Yes, a competitive heat. Yeah, I'd like to bring that up to them because this is the best year I've felt out of the 3 years, and I'm thinking to myself like I could have competed this year.
Yeah.
How'd Sammy do with it? Did she kill it?
It crushed it. It was unbelievable.
That's awesome.
Remember the monkey bars?
I made it,
dude. I didn't even know I could do that, and I get to the other side, and Sammy was behind me, and I was helping her do most things. Like I never had to put my hands like on her feet or anything. She was able to do everything, but I would stand behind her just in case she needed help. And the monkey bars, there was 2 sets. So I went on the right side. I know she was going to go on my left. And I turned behind me. You know how the monkey bars got higher?
They go up.
I turned around. She's up in the air. I had to like tilt my neck back and she was just floating there like doing it.
I did it. I was surprised. 50 pounds ago, I would not have been able to do that. And I got halfway through and I went, oh, I can do this.
Yeah,
and then I went from going 1, 2, 1, 2.
That's what she did. She skipped.
1, 1, 1.
Yeah, I don't.
I want to do it next year.
We have
for
to.
Sure.
We'll put it.
I definitely want to. do
I know
it
you're
next
always
year.
busy during the spring, but we got to put.
Yeah, and I gotta like put it in my calendar when it is, and I'll make it a point to be there because I think I definitely could do it. I think I could do pretty well actually.
If I can do it with no training, you can do it.
Cool. You know it was cool. They added this year too. This was sweet. You run the first little bit like you're a half mile in. And instead of staying straight and looping around, they had us turn right before 16th Street. And we're like in the middle of the pack in our heat. And down in front of me, I can see everyone turning left to go on to Central's practice football field. I'm like, what is going on down there? And you get down there, you got to run the 100 yards and go on like these cone things and like a balance beam. It was sick to start off the race.
That sounds sick. I think the obstacles were the most fun part. Like by far,
I could not wait to see an obstacle. Like I would run and I would see one. And I go, oh yeah, shit! I could take a break.
That I tell you what, that might be a good. That's a good idea, Soup. Of maybe if we could get a sponsor and have one out in the parking lot.
Because I would.
That'd be really cool. We could come up with something really cool things.
I think it should be tough. So when people come to our lot, they're like talking about it. Like,
what about instead of the beer mile, we do a beer tough as nails?
Oh.
Every obstacle, chug a beer.
No, you'd be dead. You'd be dead.
Yeah.
You'd be dead.
How many obstacles were there?
23. I think it's 23.
23?
Yeah.
You know, Jub, this is the first year it was a true 6 miles, and you had to do it.
I think it was actually a little bit more than 6 miles because my watch
and
it might have
6'2",
might have tracked going up and down on steps, which I think it probably did. It was like 6'2".
That's what I had it at.
Yeah.
Because last year ours was 5'3", and everyone was kind of like, oh, it's not a true 6 miles.
It kept pissing me off, though. Not really, but I would get to... There were a ton of volunteers on every corner that were pointing, and every volunteer was like, you're almost there. You're almost there. We're a mile and a half in. You're almost there. You can do it. I'm like, we're not even halfway done yet.
Yeah. That'd be cool to be a volunteer. I think I would enjoy that, too.
Yeah, the scary part is like I would like to pour the water on myself, but sometimes they had Gatorade in the cup, so you'd have to like make sure you grab the water. And not
was it hot last year? Do you remember?
Really
was it a hot day?
Really hot.
I mean,
this year was not bad.
This year
at all.
was kind of cool. I think
it got hot towards the end for me. I don't think for you guys, but it was hot towards the end. I got to that second because this year we had to do. I think last year you guys did obviously one parking garage because the other one wasn't built yet. The first one was hard. Then the second one, I got to the top of the second one, and it felt like it was never going to end. And then I got to the top, and I thought I was going to pass out. The dude in front of me, his name was Tony. He stayed with me the whole time. He was like he started walking towards the slip and slide, and I put my hands on my head thinking I was going to fall. I didn't put them on to get my air. I put them on the back of my head because I thought I was going to fall over and pass out. So I was good, and then we had to go up the slip and slide, which it revived me.
Yeah, the slip and slide's nice.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah,
I wanted to go down it again, but of course they
That
had
was
you
so
going
much
up
fun.
it.
Yeah. What was it? What do you mean? What did
It's
you do?
a reverse slip and slide. So like imagine walking down a parking garage, like driving your car
The
down
ramp.
down the ramp. They had the slip and slide on it, but you had to crawl up it. So it's like slippery and like you're
Oh, that'd be pretty tough.
yeah, but you're like getting
It was and the water was freezing cold.
Jub, how about the first parking garage? You get there, you're miserable after running the steps, and they put a 50-pound bag on you.
I was so mad at the top of those steps because we had just done all those steps. We got to the top of those. She's like, very nice. She was like, okay, now pick one of those bags up and put it around your shoulder and walk around the cones. And I just wanted to be like, fuck you,
Yeah.
just leave me alone.
I remember that parking garage, the one by West Banco, just the one we did. The stairway was like so hot. Like,
yeah,
it was like,
yeah, you're right.
oh, the
I
glass
remember that from when
I
it
was like, Jesus, it's like I'm sweating in here.
Yeah.
The glass, the one like right.
yeah,
Okay.
the glass
Well,
one.
yeah,
Like,
'cause
you
that's
couldn't-
like-
the
it's
higher
like
you
a
went, like, the
greenhouse,
harder
yeah.
it was to breathe.
Yeah, it'd be like a greenhouse because
Yeah.
the sun is beating through there,
Yeah.
the glass. But I definitely want to do it next year. What was the hardest obstacle you think?
Gotta be. I don't know if it's an obstacle, but the stairs.
steps.
Yeah.
Well,
it's
besides
tough.
the stairs,
The stairs, you can't. I don't even think that's.
Rope
a
do you
climb?
go down the stairs?
On the other
Well,
side.
Yeah.
but they're not.
It's like a hill sometimes.
Yeah, it's not as much. It's not as much, but it's way easier. It's way easier. Going down those steps was like a breath. It was like, okay, I can.
What
I can do this
Well,
now.
what was the hardest besides the stairs?
I'd say rope climb. I mean,
Yeah.
how many people can do that?
Yeah, but I would like as far as like grueling, probably not. I don't know. That's a good question.
Honestly, if you want to talk about like tough, I think carrying those buckets around
Yeah.
that big loop is
Yeah,
like the
I'd
toughest
say
thing.
that. Yeah,
I'm trying to think of something that like exhausted you. It's anytime there's steps.
steps
Steps to the parking garage, steps up the stairway to heaven.
Did you get up the rope, Soup? Did you go all the way up?
Yeah, it's so fun.
I could.
Oh, you go to the top?
Yeah, and then
Dude, I just don't think
terrifying.
it's worth it.
It's
yeah.
so scary.
To
up
me,
there,
I'm
dude.
like, what am I going to get out of getting to the top?
Yeah.
I was
It's not
I was researching how to climb a rope.
Yeah, it's like with your feet. I
And
don't
you can,
ever
like,
do that.
Put the rope under your foot
and then push
up.
Yeah.
And I was trying to do that, but there were people behind me, and I was panicking, and I got about a little over halfway up, and I just bailed out. And
That's what I would have done.
I saw Sammy trying that, and I was like, I can't get my feet to
What do
do
you just
that.
pull
I
yourself?
just pull myself.
Yeah. Not everybody's as strong as you.
I think I
Nah,
could do it.
sorry.
I think I could do it.
You guys are gonna do it next year. It'll be fun.
Yeah, we should all do it together. That would be
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Put a team in, like
We're
get
gonna
some
stick
shirts.
together.
Yeah.
I think it would be like, even though like I know that he would want to be
Ain't
like,
no fucking way Soup staying
I
behind.
ran with Sammy the whole entire time this year.
Sammy
never
beating
left
us.
she's your lover. She's your partner. She's your wife.
She
We're
did
just a
crush
bunch of
it.
so it could be us four, Sammy.
Yeah, we go get a big group. It'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
Us
I think
four,
anybody
Sammy.
would do. I think honestly, I
Maybe
said
get
this,
Say to do it with us.
I
Yeah.
think anybody.
I don't know if Say's knees could handle some of the stuff, like the steps.
I don't know, dude. He's been listen.
He's got some banged up leg.
What I've been seeing them do at the Y.
He's been getting after
He did a Murph yesterday.
dude.
Mm-hmm.
I went to one of their workouts last week. They had to run hills and stuff. He could do this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hope he can.
I recommended on the radio. I said if it doesn't matter your age or your physical fitness level.
Fucking
I think
John.
anybody.
John did it.
Who I ran with, Aunt Kim, her good buddy John. He's 76. He's the oldest. He was the oldest competitor in the race.
It's unbelievable.
That's
4
impressive.
years till 80.
And
Yeah, that's
I
actually
mean, that's
crazy.
that's insane to
And
think
he-
about. And
he-
he's doing the toughest nails.
Tell him what he ran it in.
he ran it like in a relatively decent time.
Well, he
I
had
mean,
jean shorts on.
Well,
he actually competed in
Yeah.
that. Like didn't. There were times I saw him running. There were people that were way behind him. Like he competed.
Did she
super
tell you
impressed.
what? Because he was mad that he didn't do the monkey bars.
Yeah,
and
because he couldn't reach the monkey bar, so he went back down to the later in the night.
He wanted to
back
do it.
down.
He was
Oh,
mad.
no
he was
way.
mad because he didn't do it, but he went back down and they put the monkey bars
Yeah.
away, so he wasn't able to do it. But he was pissed. That's gonna piss him off till probably next year.
Yeah, but it was great. I was glad that I got to do it with him because he gave me some confidence.
Well, he
at
wasn't
the
gonna
beginning.
do it until you did it, right?
Yeah. And I told Aunt Kim I was doing it, and John signed up and did it, and he was in my
Yeah,
flight.
but he has a little bit more of an excuse than us for not doing it. Jesus.
Yeah,
76 is
Well,
crazy.
Yeah,
Corey
unbelievable.
Klug at the beginning of the race, he was the MC. He was going, all right, raise your hand if you're 30. keep it up if you're 40, keep him up if you're 50, keep him up if you're 60. And then he didn't go to 70, and we're all pointing at John going like, we got a 70-year-old here.
Did Corey say something?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah,
he
that's
was the oldest one there.
Good for John, man. That's awesome. I'm happy that he did it.
Yeah,
If
he
I
wrapped
can walk
up.
on my own at 70, I'll be a happy guy.
Yeah.
70 6, and he's running tough as nails.
But I think no matter what your age or your physical fitness level, I think it should be something you try to do, because you can walk it and it'll take you longer, but it's doable.
Yeah.
I mean, if I can do it, I think a lot of people.
You think we can get sponsored by GoPro for next year and we all strap a GoPro on it?
That would
That'd
be fun.
sick.
I'd be too embarrassed.
We'd have to scrub the audio.
That would be a really fun. Next year for sure, we got to all do it and do it together and get a put it. Can you put like team? Like can you say
people
like
had,
the team?
Yep, people had a bunch of different shirts. There was a bunch of different people like
Yeah, we
supporting
could just be
different
the
causes.
Pine Room. The Pine. We could
Jack
do like
Stars.
a play on words.
Yeah.
I liked climbing over stuff. That was cool.
Yeah, that's
the
always
big
fun.
wall and then the slot
Dude, the one at
machine.
the end where it's like the spinning wheel.
Yeah,
That one scared me a little bit
I love that.
because I thought I was gonna roll my ankles. That was a mess.
Just because the end was near, though. Too.
Yeah,
that's like you can see the finish line.
Were there a lot of people like watching?
Oh yeah, there were hundreds of people.
It's
there.
awesome because they all yell for you. You feel like you matter.
Yeah, it's the first medal I've ever won in my life ever. It's my first real medal that I've ever won.
Yeah.
Not that I won anything, but I just be able to
No,
do
you
it.
won it. You definitely earned that medal.
But yeah, Tough as Nails is past us now. Nothing else. Did you hear about that one guy that ran the Ogden, the marathon
8 times.
Huh?
8
He
times.
ran
bro.
the Ogden Marathon 8 times.
It's
This
insane.
weekend?
It took him 30-some hours.
Yeah.
He did it 8 times.
It's insane. To support it. What was his cause? He had
was,
a buddy.
I think he was like
I'll go
in
find
maybe alcoholism or something like that, and he had a sponsor that had passed away, and he was doing it in honor of his sponsor, and he ran it 8 times in a row.
How far is the Ogden?
It's a
13 miles.
marathon.
half marathon.
It's
marathon.
half marathon, right?
Yeah. I'm looking it up
So
right
13 miles. Imagine running 13 miles. You hit the finish line, and you go, all right,
So you
let's
ran, what,
do it.
104 miles?
Yeah, it took him from the time the race started till I think late in like almost the next day, I think.
now. This is unbelievable. Joe Howard, some guy, I'm going to pronounce this wrong, Nietzsche, said, he who has a why to live for can bear almost anyhow. This one is for Robert McCoy. Ogden Half Marathon, Joe Howard, 8 consecutive laps, 104.8 miles. He started at 4 a.m.
Wow. Started at 4 a.m.?
Yeah.
Damn.
That
Did
is
he take a break?
I don't know. This is incredible.
He had
You
to take a break
imagine
to
that?
eat or something.
Joe Howard. Holy moly.
Can you
I wonder how many
imagine-
calories he burnt.
Oh my god! I mean, I burnt 1,300, so that's got to be.
31 hours, 48 minutes.
You burn about 100 calories per mile.
So he's burning 10,000.
He probably burned like
calories.
like over 10,000 calories. That's insane. He probably had an unbelievable meal after that.
Oh, he probably couldn't even.
How do you even train
Couldn't
for
lift
that?
his floor.
Like, do you have a?
Look at this, Jarrett. Look at this post from the newspaper.
Wait,
It's a
wait,
picture
wait.
of him running, and it's the intelligence shirt. It says, Joe Howard runs Ogden Half Marathon 8 times in 32 hours.
Jesus.
That's amazing.
32 hours.
What an incredible feat that.
I mean,
that
even
is.
after the first lap would be enough for me to be.
Yeah,
This is
13
never
miles?
going to happen. After the 4th lap, and still knowing I have 4 laps to go,
Yeah, you're only halfway.
Yeah.
and it's not all flat ground too. That's the hard half marathon.
Do you guys remember when we ran that 5K?
And Shady Side, right?
I went the wrong
we
way.
Shady Side, and
Oh, I hated that.
you sprinted to start out. We said Soup sprint out of the gate, and he just full sprinted out of the
Yeah.
gate because I don't think any of us were in shape to do
Mm-mm.
that. Nobody
No.
had ever like ran like that, but we had to do it for training pretty
I was
much.
gassed.
Yeah, I ran the wrong way.
I was fucking
Yeah.
miserable. That was awful.
Yeah, that was really tough.
How do you go the wrong way?
See, now though, after that, I think that after the Tough as Nails, I feel like a regular 5K would be relatively
Mhm.
not easy, but relatively easier.
It all depends about your pace, too. Like, anybody could go run 14 minutes for 3, 4, 5, 6 miles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just depends how hard you want to go and sprint.
I'm not made for quick motion.
Well,
I'm like a locomotive.
yeah, once you get moving, you can't stop.
I just gotta, it's running to me is the most horrible thing ever. I can't stand it. I don't know how people enjoy it. I can see maybe after the fact that getting done with something that you can enjoy to be satisfied, but It's so miserable doing it. It's so miserable. I don't know how you.
Your guys' dad was a beast, bro.
He was. He used to love it until his knees started to kill him. I think they like every weekend they would go do like a ton of miles. Him and Coach Nardoni and Sorg and all of his buddies would just run and run and run. I forget what hill they used to say that he would run like every weekend, and it was just like miserable.
The one past Generations, I think.
Yeah, and I think that's probably what did his knees in. I fear that my knees may be the same way as his growing up. I got to get new shoes.
Yeah,
that's my problem. That I have no inspiration to run because my shoes are so fucking bad. My shoes are so bad. My knees hurt me, man.
There's no way your knees.
There's no way.
That's because these shoes.
There's no way.
What do you walk? Is that why?
Huh?
What did you? What do you have, like arthritis? Or what's going on?
They just hurt me when I
don't think
when I'm done like, working out.
Are you calling BS on that?
I don't believe that.
It's because my shoes are so bad that when it rains, when I walk to work, my left sock is soaked when I get to work.
I've been there before.
What are you waiting on?
I don't know.
Your knees can't hurt that bad, or you would have gotten.
Well, I mean, they don't hurt. I'm not saying they hurt that bad, but I do walk a ton. Like I walk so much.
If it rains and your fear isn't that my body's going to get wet, but my feet or my sock,
my left,
soaked.
If you could see inside my shoe, there's a massive hole in the bottom of the shoe that where by the time I get to work,
it's like a Flintstone car.
Yeah, my shoe is my sock's all wet, and then I'm like,
I've had a pair of Hokas that I've had for probably 4 years now, and I obviously, if you're an avid runner or walker or whatever, you're gonna.
You had Hokas before they were cool.
Yeah, I got them right when they started coming out. I got a pair, the hole and run out here in Wheeling, or out here in Elm Grove. Is that Elm Grove?
No, Woodsdale.
And they were just selling. They just started getting Hokas in, and then all the referees started wearing them.
I did not need that, bro. I just realized what time it was.
What'd you have?
I had that blueberry muffin chai tea.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I got caffeine in it.
Yeah, I got it dirty. So
what's that?
With espresso.
Ew.
So I can feel it just kicking in. It's 100.
Well, it's not what are you saying that it's too late to have?
Bro. I just 150 milligrams at 330 is crazy.
I just had a monster a little bit ago.
How long does it keep you up?
Usually 6 hours, 7 hours.
No way.
No shot.
No way.
Yeah.
You're gonna be up that long.
I'm
anyway.
lucky to get a couple hours.
It's crazy to me because I used to never need caffeine like all through college. Like I didn't, which is amazing. I never drank caffeine.
Same.
And then when I got out of college, and then I started to get old.
Yeah.
I
don't know how
I
you
almost
got
I drink it every freaking day.
He's falling asleep.
I drink freaking caffeine like every day.
Damn.
Congrats on getting clean though, Cools.
Clean
from
on what?
Didn't you stop?
No, I cut down. I cut down a lot.
When's the last time you had some?
Yeah, I used to.
Well, you had 2 Red Bulls the other day, didn't you?
I
thought you had 2.
No.
Didn't you have 2 when we went to the Pirate game?
No, I had one before the Pirate game, though. I needed one bad before the Pirate game. I was dying. But no, yeah, I have cut way down. Because I was drinking them every day.
Yeah.
That's
I almost don't.
I haven't had a Monster in probably 3 months. I haven't finished it.
Wait, what'd you say, Jarrett? You almost what?
It's almost to me, like, it's almost like part of my routine, really. Like, and honestly, I probably don't even need it, but it's just, they taste so good.
They taste so good.
I love drinking. Like I love
it's so good.
I swear to God, I can't drive now without a drink. I have to have like Starbucks, a Gatorade, like a Monster, a Ghost, something. I just need something to just like to sip on while I'm driving.
Dude, you ever had a cold Celsius or cold Alani? I mean, real cold.
You don't like Celsius, do you?
Cold Ghost, man.
Poopish, yeah. Jeff thinks it's poopish.
Poopishness.
When you get a cold energy drink.
I wish I could, and I don't even know what SD card.
Hello. Hello.
Someone butt dialed him.
Yeah, I think.
Is that your dad?
Yeah. But that's weird.
What?
You need a drink to drive?
Yeah, I swear to God, I like
not an alcoholic beverage.
Yeah, there you go.
Probably something to sip on, like not if I'm going to not if I'm driving like 10, 15 minutes, but like if I'm driving back home or like to Pittsburgh or back home for like an hour, I always need something.
I just get bored. I get so bored when I'm driving.
I wouldn't say that I do it because of boredom.
I'm just saying me.
How does drinking a drink cure boredom?
I just need to like do something. I think that's why I text and drive so much because I'm just like
that's a good thing. That's not a good thing.
I think that's called ADHD. or just HD.
You would know.
I have the HD.
What's HD?
Well, you have better quality.
That's
Hyperactive
HDMI.
disorder.
Yeah, they haven't diagnosed anyone with that, but I have that. The HD part of HD.
Remember we were making that beer commercial, and I forget what the slogan was for the beer, but it was something for driving. Like you're gonna love the way it makes you feel.
Yeah.
Behind.
Oh man,
Jarrett had some unbelievable
we had
ones.
really bad ones. We were trying to come up with a slogan.
Jarrett was like,
I wish we would have put that in.
There were some unbelievable ones that could not cross.
Well, I said even in the commercial, I said something about beer for babies.
Yeah, beer for babies.
So
you know you're not allowed to drink the beer on commercials.
Yeah,
really?
That Shane Gillis and Post
Yeah,
did one,
I learned that,
and they weren't allowed to drink it. The Bud Light one.
You can't promote.
You can just hold it.
Yeah, you can promote the beer, but you can't promote drinking it.
Which makes no sense.
I didn't know that.
A little bit it does.
How?
Like
I understand. Like I do.
How does that make sense?
It has to do something with like consuming.
Like I probably like overconsumption.
Yes.
I guess I don't know.
Not really. I mean, I'm going to buy the beer regardless.
Yeah, but like I feel like the beer companies are held liable if they show someone drinking their beer on the commercial.
Well, I guess I could
I
just
don't
Google
think
and
so.
ask
I
Google
mean,
why.
I know that's a rule, but
Yeah.
I just disagree with the reasoning behind it. I think it's stupid.
I mean, something about like
I think there's only so much we can blame on other companies.
No, I
for people
agree.
being
No,
stupid.
I'm just telling you what the rule.
I get
rule
it.
is.
I just think it's dumb.
The practice of not showing people drinking beer in commercials is primarily due to self-regulation within the beer industry and the influence of television networks rather than a legal ban. So it's more of a, I guess, kind of like a GA, like a gentleman's agreement of like the Beer Institute, a trade group representing major beer companies, has guidelines that emphasizes responsible drinking and showing actors taking sips would be interpreted as promoting excessive consumption.
Makes sense.
Stupid.
You know what?
Just be an adult.
Do they sip on like in bourbon commercials and whiskey commercials?
No, they
I don't
always
think
like
so.
cheer. They always cheers it, and then it's never.
And then
I've,
gets
I've
cut
never
off.
seen
Maybe
anybody.
it's the same rule then.
Huh? Maybe if we ever have a beer again, we'll just start shotgunning.
Yeah, you will.
It'll get cut off.
That'll be our advertisement.
Yeah,
We're promoting excessive drinking.
it'll get cut off so fast.
Yeah. At least people would buy it.
Yeah, and then you'll have to represent us in the court of law.
Yeah, you don't want me to do that.
Yeah, that would not be a. I don't think we'd win that one.
You'd lose every case because they'd be like, "Mr. Cooley," and you'd say, "What?" And they say, and then you'd have to say, "I can't hear you, sir," and they would think you,
They were being rude.
they would think you were just not listening to them on purpose.
No, well, we're not gonna get that far. Fuck you.
What?
No,
was
I
that?
was listening. I was just listening.
I thought you were Googling something.
I was trying to find some other questions like the one we debated last week, or a couple weeks ago when we were on.
What about the Colorado Rocky one? You guys talk about that on
Which
here?
one?
Where if you take all the best players from a Division III baseball.
Oh, I saw it.
Jesus, here
No,
we go.
First.
Soup.
Where's Jub
Colorado
at?
Rockies.
Where's Jub with it? I know where
I
he
don't
is.
know.
no, zero chance.
Your whole thing was that you think that their best D3 program could beat them.
Yeah, out of 100 games, at least once.
No.
I thought the line was too low.
No, there's no way
No,
they
zero
win.
chance.
I thought the line should be like 4.5.
So could
and
the
then it would
best
really get interesting.
Division III baseball team beat the Colorado?
Not the
No.
best Division III, the best players.
So
Division
the
three.
best
Best
player,
player
the
at
best
any
player in Division III at every position
Yeah.
against the Rockies, zero chance.
There's a chance that not one of those players ever even makes the MLB.
It just takes one game, though. Like, if the line is 0.5 over or under, you have to take the over if you're a
You
betting
realize
man.
they're like 7 levels better than.
No, I understand. I'm just saying, like, let's be honest. All of you guys are betting men. If the line is 0.5 and you have $1,000 and you're putting it on yes or no, you're putting no.
No,
For
I'm
100
No,
games,
I
no.
would say
taking the
no,
Rockies to win every
probably.
game.
I'd say no, probably
And
be
I'm
like
putting a lot
minus
of money on it.
50,000.
That's crazy, dude.
Under
Yeah.
would be minus 50,000.
For them to win to be
Over would
plus crazy
So
odds.
the number one Division III, let's just say the best team. Let's not pick the best players. In the
Okay.
team, but the number one Division III baseball team is called.
It's like Colorado, the Mines or something.
There's a couple of them on here, but I'll just pick the best.
Wait, I
record.
probably could guess this team.
Go ahead.
No shot. You got this in your bag.
I could do
If you had
NAIA,
this,
but
yeah.
I don't know if I could do D3. Shit. What's it start with?
W.
I was going to say
Wisconsin.
Wingate, but they're D2.
You're close.
William and Mary.
No, Cooley was close.
Wisconsin State.
It's University of Wisconsin Whitewater.
What?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they got 12,000 students.
Pretty big school.
Baseball program, decent website. They 39 conference championships as a football team. I think they just recently won the national championship as a baseball team. At least that's what's on their website. They have wheelchair basketball. Which I don't know how can a D3 program have that, and we don't even. West Liberty didn't even have a tennis team. But anyway, let's check out their. So why are you saying how can you possibly say that a professional baseball team
going 100-0 against anybody is insane, especially when you know the team.
There's been MLB teams that have gone like 20-game win streaks against MLB teams.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, it's not like the Rockies are unbelievable right now.
Well, yeah, but they're still MLB players.
The Rockies have dudes who are absolutely.
The Rockies have guys in AAA, AA, and Single A that are not good enough to play for them right now.
I know. I'm just saying it takes one game. There could be one Rockies pitcher that's off.
But
listen to me.
Single A is higher than D1.
I agree. I understand where you're coming from. I'm just saying.
But yeah, I'm saying the difference between the level is so far that what you're saying it doesn't matter.
It's not that far off, dude.
It's super
think
far
about
off.
it.
I don't
it's
think
not, it's not as far as you think it is.
I don't think they
It's
could
way
score.
far off.
I don't know if they would either.
It takes one game for the Rockies players to be absolutely hammered and come back the next morning and be like,
For
we're still
those
would
of you
win.
that are not baseball fans, the Rockies are the worst team in MLB.
Maybe ever.
9-42, I think, right now. Their record.
They beat 9 MLB teams.
It might.
Well, they did. They just beat the Yankees,
but they didn't beat 9. They haven't beat that same team 100 times.
Yeah, but they don't have to.
Let's move up. Let's move up 2 divisions.
Now, I think if you go Division 1,
Yes.
I think
What's that
now.
line
I
at?
think yes. I think
Yes,
they
I
maybe
agree.
could get one.
Big time. What do you mean maybe 1?
I think they could get one for sure.
That line should be at like 6.5.
I don't know.
Like if you took the best player
You have severely
at
underestimated
every
how good they
position
are.
in Division 1, I think they could probably win maybe be like 2 or 3.
Yes.
How many
Yeah.
guys get drafted out of D1 every year and don't make it?
I don't think it's about that.
It is though. That means that's how good the players
I
are.
get
That's how
that
much
they
better
I
they
get
are.
that they might not make it, but you go take the best, let's just say 18 guys from Division 1 right now. If you take the best 18 players from Division 1 this year, they will beat the Rockies 7 times
No shot.
out of 100
No
games.
shot.
The best D1 team would go 7-93 against the Rockies.
Like Chris Bryant plays for the Rockies. He former MVP.
I don't care. Some schoolyard from Tennessee will dice him up.
I mean, they could have they'd have a really good rotation for sure. They definitely.
I don't understand.
Dude,
What?
the Division 1 kids would absolutely fight against them.
SEC baseball is comparable
Yeah,
to
Double
double
A.
A baseball.
See, but here's where I agree
Still
with Cooley.
2 whole levels lower than.
It just takes
MLB.
one game, dude.
Listen, but if it was like D1 and then you go from D1 to big league like TV ball, you still have to go all the way through
Yeah, single double,
A all the way to
yeah,
triple A,
low A, high A,
Triple A to
single,
single
double,
A.
triple.
or whatever.
But that's just where I stand.
I think you could probably take the best 9 players in college and only
What's the Altoona
2 of
curve?
them might make
Double A.
MLB.
For the Buccos,
So you put up the Altoona curve against
The Rockies. I think the
They-
curve would probably win a few.
yeah.
all right. What about the Altoona
might
curve
not.
against who's the best team in baseball right now?
Major League Baseball.
Yeah,
The Dodgers.
The Dodgers
All
are
right, so-
the.
Altoona curve against the Dodgers.
It gets a little scary there.
Then I don't know if yeah.
You're
They couldn't get Shohei.
Shohei,
That's the thing.
yeah.
Shohei wouldn't get it. They couldn't
Mookie
get Shohei
Betts,
out.
Freddie Freeman. They would just slaughter
Didn't
them.
some position player strike out?
Uh-huh.
Shohei?
Yeah,
Yeah.
catcher.
He was throwing lob balls. And then
Anyway,
threw one
I
like at
just
90 miles an hour.
I mean that's like saying, all right, here when you played at West Liberty, could West Liberty beat?
That's not fair, Joe, because we
How is
weren't the
that not-
best.
I know, but you're saying D3 if those kids are not good enough to be in D2.
They are good enough. That's just these.
Well, the
Those are the
difference
schools
between
there.
D2 and D3 really isn't that.
All
It's
right.
very close.
All right, well, either way.
I would say here's my 100 games against the Rockies. Division 1 would win 5 games.
Yes, thank you.
D2 1, Division 3 0.
I wouldn't give D2 1. I
Dude,
don't
there's
think
some dudes.
There's some dogs.
I'm giving
There's some
D1
dudes.
There's some
time
dogs
max.
in it, too.
I know, but I'm just saying I don't think they'd win. They
would
just
win
wouldn't.
one
There's
game,
no.
bro.
I honestly have a hard time picturing the D1 team.
Can you imagine
win.
seeing? Let's say you're on the D2 team, Cools. You're the starting catcher on that D2 All-American team. You're gonna see the same pitchers from the Rockies for 70 games in a row and still have 30 chances to beat them after that.
But it's just simulation. It's not like they're actually seeing them 100 times in a row.
What about football?
It's like the previous game's not going to have any impact.
Football is the biggest difference.
What about Division III football against
They get beat by 1,000.
Yeah, I know. So like, how is
the
that
same
different?
thing.
Baseball is the closest in comparison
How?
to college.
How?
It just
The worst
is.
player on the Rockies could be probably the best player in college right now.
The worst player on the Rockies.
Well, wait, what
No
did you
way.
say? The worst player on the Rockies,
What?
what?
It could probably be the best
No,
player
I
in
disagree.
college right now.
The whoever's going to win Golden Spikes this year is going to be better than whoever that is.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
He'd
That's
be
such a
one of the-
tough
He would
comparison.
be in the conversation for
For the
being
top 5 to 10.
That's
But
one of the best
here,
players in college.
I got some. Here's a little food for thought here. So this year, and this has been a thing for a while that they do. Northeastern University, they play the Red Sox every year in spring training. This year, the Red Sox beat them 5-2.
Yeah, but did they play the starters?
Not
game?
like
They're
I mean,
probably playing guys that are struggling, like probably don't even make the roster.
yeah,
So
but
they're
they're still
not MLB
big
guys.
they're still big leaguers and fringe AAA guys,
So some guys that aren't on the roster.
AAA, AA.
Yeah, so that's not MLB guys. That's lesser.
Out of
Yeah,
the,
but
out of the
And
top
they still
3
lost.
out of the top 3 sports, football, basketball, baseball, closest in comparison to college to professional, this is my mind. Baseball's one, it's the closest. Basketball is the next closest. Football is the farthest gap out of
There's way more.
wait, you're
Oh,
saying
shut
from college to pro, the difference like in skill?
Yeah, I'm saying college to pro, baseball is the
50
closest.
guys on a team in football.
Oh
There's gotta
no,
be-
I think it's the opposite. I think college to pro and baseball is the farthest.
You serious?
Because
There's
there's
three
like
whole
if you go NFL, if you go from college
You
to
go right-
NFL,
You go right to the NFL.
yeah, and like same with the NBA.
When's the last? When's the last? Dude,
When's the last, other than Paul Skeens, when's the last MLB guy to graduate and then go right to the league
it's
the next
happening
year?
way more than you think right now,
Other than Paul Skeens, name.
dude. There's a lot of
I
those
can
guys.
name you about 40 NFL players every year that do it.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, like
Name me 10 guys last
Listen,
year in the MLB that did
ML. Here's my argument.
it.
Football,
So
the
how can-
same argument that we're having right now. Who's the worst NFL team?
Raiders.
The Steelers.
Okay, Steelers versus all of the best Division I football players. What's that? Out of 100 games?
But I'm saying that about baseball too.
No, you're not.
I don't understand
saying
how you. I don't understand how
The
you're
NFL
seeing-
team would win 100 games and baseball would win 100 games.
Dude, no, you're
Yeah.
wrong. You're wrong.
I think football definitely would win 100 games. I
yes,
don't think it would
thank
ever
you.
be close.
Football would win 100 games.
But it's
I just
also a
said the
different-
same thing.
But it's so different. in-
Baseball, they would
Baseball's
not win
winning
100
100
games.
games, too.
No, that's
but
why I
it's
think
such a
the
different.
closest.
But it's such a football is so much more controllable. Like as well as basketball. Like
Yeah. What about it?
cold
What
shooting in
about
basketball.
Like,
what
you
about
could
the
get-
best Division III football?
But they're not
team
hitting
against,
these
like, the
MLB
Heat?
pitchers.
They would literally.
They're not
get beat by
basing
100,
MLB
bro.
level pitching ever.
Chubb, they would get beat.
What about
D3
what
basketball
about
against the Heat?
D3 basketball against
They
the
die.
Heat.
Chubb,
They
it'd
die.
Be, it'd be,
They would,
it'd be
they would lose by thousands.
Yeah. So
it would be so bad.
1,000.
yeah. So I don't see how we can have an argument that if two
I
out
think
of those
this is the
three
same thing
sports-
throughout all sports.
I think. Yeah. I
But here's my. I think football and basketball are a lot more control. Like baseball, you could just have a bad.
I think the skill gap between MLB and college is way bigger than
Yeah,
any
I
other
agree.
sport.
Yes,
That's
I
not
agree.
arguable.
No,
How many, like, a guy's going to
No,
get
bro.
drafted this year?
and he could go pitch later that year.
can you
Who?
imagine?
Other than Paul
Listen,
Skeens,
it-
name
There was
me-
like a
can you
couple
imagine
guys.
if
I've-
it's
you're-
very, very rare compared to
What do you?
football and basketball.
I get, but
What
you're,
do you
you're,
think?
so how, that's literally evidence in itself.
you're arguing
Cooper
call-up
Flag will
time.
get drafted
What do
number
you
one
think-
overall and go play
Yes,
immediately. It
that
could be a
draft
star.
is 2 rounds. I hope they could do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The difference between basketball at the D1 level and NBA is not as big as baseball.
What are you saying, Jub?
I was saying, can you? All right, let's just say you're.
They would get beat
Even
by
Paul
now.
Skeens didn't go right to the league. He had to go through the minor
You're
league
the-
at first.
You're the Division III, like a Baldwin Wallace baseball
Oh.
game,
Yeah.
and you're sitting in the crowd in a Paul Skeens. It comes out. I mean, That's not ever
Paul
gonna-
Skeens versus Baldwin Wallace.
Yeah.
He'd
They're not
strike out
getting ahead.
20 he'd strike out 24 dudes.
Right. So
There
you're
would be
saying
3
even
balls
the
put in
best
play.
guys in Division III, I don't think. would
Okay.
even
No, it's no shot.
Okay, the best guys are putting more balls in play, but if it's just against Baldwin Wallace, he is literally going 9 strong, probably only 80 pitches, 24 strikeouts.
Okay, so then I asked this question to ChatGPT,
Yes.
and I said, can you give me the relative probability of a baseball team comprised of the best athletes in Division III college baseball winning against the worst team in the MLB? And it said the skill gap, MLB play, even the worst MLB team is composed of players with exceptional skill having consistently performed at the highest level of baseball in the world. The world's worst MLB team will consist of athletes who have been through rigorous minor league systems and have proven themselves in professional settings. Division III athletes are extremely talented, but they are competing at a lower level. Division III baseball is more about balancing athletics and academics. So while the best players might be outstanding within their division, they are still far behind in terms of professional level training, experience, and competition. So then it said, based on factors such as psychological factors, game format, physical conditioning and depth, relative probability.
Weather.
They said, based on these factors, the probability of a Division III team winning is extremely low, likely in the range of 0.01% to 1%, which is 1 out of 100
One game.
for a single game. There's a very slim chance that a
0.01.
0.0121%.
Yeah.
So less than 1%. pretty
For a
much.
single game,
Never happened.
there's a very slim chance that a perfect storm of events, such as great pitching performance, poor performance from the MLB team, or a freak play, could
Yeah.
swing the outcome. But
Yeah.
over a
It would
series
take
of games or a full season, the MLB team would be overwhelmingly favored.
Yeah.
That's
There's
why
always a chance, but it's not out.
But that's why I think baseball is way more likely than football or basketball, because like in baseball, you just have a little
Yeah, you always have
a
a
little
chance.
dunker drop over, somebody throws one away.
I think
All
they'll
right.
be lucky to get one of those.
I know.
Let
that's-
alone 4 in a row. Like, you would need multiple in a row
well, it-
for them to score.
Out of 1,000 games, do you think one West Liberty could
Mm.
you guys beat the
No,
Rockies?
I'll be
No,
honest.
hell
no,
no.
we're not beating
Hell
the
no.
Rockies.
1,000 games.
1,000
If
games,
our West Lib team.
Job,
He
it was-
might get
Job-
one hit.
Job, I love all my
It
Job.
was
I
me.
love all my teammates, and I
Fuck
think the world
no.
of them. We're not.
It
beating
was
them.
me, Isaac, Soup, Earl, and Colton,
Colton.
in the infield.
What? Like
I was scared when Brenton Doyle was hitting
Yeah.
Shepard.
Yeah. Brenton Doyle would stand up, and I was ready to get my teeth knocked out. Can you imagine?
We should get him on the podcast
I'd love to
To
talk
talk
he's
about
from
that.
the
That would be
Rockies.
hilarious.
Let's
and see what he thinks.
Yeah.
Could
Let's-
we beat you, Brenton?
yeah.
Can you imagine? Helmke going up there and hitting against those guys? He would literally cuss them out and throw his bat
All
after.
right,
These are lots
well-
of grown men.
Yeah,
We're talking about Paul Skeens.
I can get a hit.
Paul Skeens,
Yeah, I mean, I'm confident I get it too, but
like at his peak, Paul Skeens at his peak, and you have
I don't even think he's close
He hasn't
yet.
even
But
been to his peak
yeah,
yet.
he's probably
Wait,
about 5
what?
years
Wait,
away.
go ahead.
and 100 at bats. Could you do anything?
100 at bats against Paul Skeens?
Yeah,
Yes.
I could get one hit.
Yeah, me too.
I could get one.
I'm getting a hit, Job,
You're
and I
out
want to
of
see
your
it.
Fucking
I want to see it.
mind.
I would love to
Did
see
you
it in the
see
I
what
box.
want
he
to see
did
it
to
so
Bryce
bad.
Harper the other day?
Yeah, I was
He
ignorant.
carved his shit.
Yeah. Good morning.
He could do.
Good evening,
He would
good
do
night.
that. He would do that. What's 100 times? He would do that 300 times against you, and you would swing and miss it every single
No,
one. Of
I
those
could
balls.
get one. If I saw it,
Jarrett.
if I saw 900 pitches,
Yeah, I think we could hit one.
No,
Job, I'm going to be
You'd see
honest with you,
300
Job.
pitches.
You're probably going to be
300
able to.
pitches.
You're
It's probably
prob-
more luck than anything.
Yeah, you're probably going to be able to
The
time
first,
it up.
the
like-
first 25 at bats, you're going to be
Well,
horrified.
the guy
Yeah.
from Barstool got to hit off Trevor Bauer. And Trevor Bauer's was he a Cy Young or a potential Cy
he
Young?
was a Cy Young.
So, I mean,
But Paul Skeens is Paul Skeens. Like,
yeah, but I mean, Trevor Bauer
I'd like to
throwing
see it.
95,
Yeah, he would
96.
throw-
I'm getting
he
sawed.
He would throw 101 mile per hour fastball in your fucking hands. You would
his
swing.
wrist would break.
You would swing so.
If I get a walk, is that considered like
you would shit You would shit in your pants. You would shit in your. It would go.
I know. Yeah, no, I'm getting.
Your shoes.
He's sawing me off. Like
Yeah.
he's running a splinker in on my hands, and it's blowing my bat up. Like
multiple?
Yeah, even if you make your bat might just explode. Like
900 swings or 900 at bat?
but I think
no,
I
no,
could
100.
100 at bats.
100.
I think I could loop one.
No.
I could loop one off the end of the
Fucking-
bat.
If you clip this, I hope the haters are on my side because there's no fucking
Well, they
way.
already ripped this for the show.
But I like. Now, if this was like Jimmy off the street, no chance. But I played.
I don't care
I
what
played
you did. I don't.
5
his
years
prime was
of
my
college
prime?
baseball.
Yes.
I can get it. I'm guaranteed at least one.
Fucking no
Now,
way.
Jub, here's
Jub,
my
100
Jub.
at bats.
Might be
100 at bats. 100 at bats against Shohei Ohtani. Could you get him out?
Fuck no.
You're saying 100 times he would get a hit.
Jub, he would pop
now,
up
what, now,
eventually.
do I have a out? Do I have a?
Yes,
do I have
you got a full
a
field.
team behind me?
Yes.
If I have a team behind me, yeah, because
You're saying
He might go
You
yard.
know how hard
he would go yard.
You know how hard he would hit it.
I would.
He might kill you.
I
at
would
some
hang
point.
a curveball and he would hit it right
Right in
back
your
at my
fucking
forehead.
head.
It would go through my head.
Dude, eventually you would get him to roll over or pop up.
That's
in
just
the air.
what I think.
No, I mean, but that's like
Baseball is
but-
that sport
but
where like
but it
that's-
is different. It's different.
That's
it's
way
a different way than
different.
hitting.
That's so much different.
Cool.
Like that is even close.
he would fucking laugh if you threw a changeup.
I would try to throw a curveball and he would hit it fucking 8 million
He might
miles.
catch it.
Yeah.
He would
really
hit it
might.
it would be so scary to do that.
Yeah. Cools, let me ask you this. Final thing on this. The best Division I basketball team, okay, versus the worst NBA team, what's the final score?
The NBA team is winning by like 50.
Okay, so can we just say 100 to 50?
Sure.
They won by 50. The worst NFL team versus the best Division I football team. What's that
They're
score?
winning by like, the same thing.
60?
Sure.
Okay.
Same thing in baseball. They're winning by like 15, 20 guns.
That is ridiculous, bro.
They are.
Who's the best team in Division One?
I mean,
In-
it's
in
a toss
baseball?
up right now. Like
Well,
five
middle
games of
reliever
them.
in college is going to come in after the starter and mow it.
You're saying in baseball right now?
There's
I
some
mean,
unbelievable.
Vandy's the number 1 overall seed.
They might not even make the league.
I don't care, dude. It takes
I mean,
one game.
Wait, the best.
If they're this
or
good,
worse
why
than
are they not
MLB
making the
team.
league?
The worst MLB team against the best Division One team.
Nah, it's not even. They're winning by 10, 15.
Wow.
Yes, it's not even. Yes, the difference in talent is insane.
Could you?
Henry Davis was like the best hitter in college when he was there, and he can't fucking hit in the MLB.
Yeah, he would have been on that team if this example was.
I wish.
Yes, 100%.
And next time I see Henry, I'm telling him to get a
Dylan
torpedo
Cruz
bat.
has like the best hitting season of all time. He can't hit in the MLB worth the shit right now.
He is hitting.
Who
pretty well.
He's come
who
back
hits
to
really
life a little
hard?
bit, but he's
Huh?
Who
terrible.
hits really hard?
O'Neal.
O'Neal Cruz.
All right, so
122
say O'Neal.
miles
That was
Oh my God.
unfucking believable.
Were you
the
there?
other day? That I was there.
123.
It
Did it sound
they
like-
said Bob Walk said Bob Walk said I can't believe there's not a tree in the river. He said if the ball would have hit it, it would have ripped it right out of the ripped it out of the ground by its roots and it'd be floating down.
Did it land in the river or bounce?
It bounced in the river. He said Joe Block said it's got to be 50 feet in the river. It was unfucking
Did
believable.
it sound like,
Is
a,
that the hardest
like
ball
a
ever
grenade?
ever hit
Ever.
ever.
122 miles an hour.
What was before that?
Him-
119?
I know. I think it was Vladdy Jr. I think was 122, but that was 122.9.
We saw him hit 118 at
That
PNC too.
That,
Was that a
it
single?
was unbelievable. It
No, no, no,
disappeared. It got out so fast it was gone. Like it literally just was gone.
Well, all right, for Jarrett and Soup because you played in the infield. O'Neal
Don't,
Cruz.
because the answer is no.
O'Neal
Joe.
Cruz. Let's say he's right-handed because he's left-handed, but in this scenario he's right-handed and he pulls the ball. Let's say an average like 110, 120 miles per hour down the line. Can you field a ground ball?
How many times?
100 times.
Is it right at me?
Right at you, like
That's Yeah,
You
I
gotta
could-
no, not right
That's
at you,
terrifying.
but
dude.
you got to move left and right.
It
Sometimes
might be
it'll
easier if it's not right at you.
sometimes it'll short. Sometimes it'll short hop
Hey,
you.
That actually
Hey,
just
you
like
know how scary that'd be.
Yeah,
that
that's what
just
I'm
kind of
saying.
made my stomach drop thinking about like an in between hop, like
coming at your chest.
right at me. Like
Right
I
off the
don't,
skip.
I wouldn't be able to get out of the way. Like I would have to like. I honestly don't know how that I could survive. Like,
dude.
because if it takes
What
an
if it
in
hits
between
a
hot
little
and
bit?
hits me like in
Oh,
the chin or like in the stomach,
My God.
the only way that I
In
could
the
do
neck, like
Your
in
bottom
the-
of your jaw would be sticking through the top of your
the
head.
only way that I
Dude.
think that I could do it is if like
It's hit
if it's
glove
off to
side,
my gloves,
And it-
maybe
and it appears.
That's
in
what
your
I'm saying.
hand.
If it's not
if
at
it's
you,
glove
it's
side, maybe, and I'm like,
Your body.
Yeah.
You got to play it off the lip. You have to play it
Oh,
off the
Jesus
lip.
Christ.
like if we were at like Concord, if we were at Concord and I swear I would
Yeah.
not be here.
Because here's the thing, Job. It's hit 110 at you, and when it hits that lip, it's probably coming up in the air at 90 miles an hour at you.
I took one off the base and it hit me in the nose one time. And
I'd need hockey
that really
gear.
hurt.
Yeah, hockey gears, right?
What would you have more of what would you think you'd have more of a chance of doing? You're in goal against, I don't know, let's just say because these Sidney Crosby, you're like PK Subban and you have to block goal. You have to field a ground ball off O'Neal Cruz at like 120 miles per hour at third, or you have to stop. Let's just say Derrick Henry. You have to stop Derrick Henry.
I'm taking the O'Neal Cruz because that'd be the best that I would. That'd be my best chance.
It'd be horrible. You got to hope
Derrick Henry would
trips.
kill me. I would be dead.
I'm not commenting on this one again.
Cooley's gonna wrap his legs up. That's what Cooley's.
So I got Derrick Henry, O'Neal
Cruz, or like Sidney Crosby or PK Subban hitting slap shots.
Like Ovechkin.
Oh, hockey for sure. I could lock that up. I could if I'm in the net. Yeah, I can 100%.
He just sounds.
I swear.
Or
I've
like
always
in
said
a
I could
shootout
go
job, like it's in a shootout, like one-on-one, like
one-on-one.
Nope.
He's coming down the ice.
I get 100
No
tries.
Hits it as hard as he can.
No way.
100 tries.
Yeah.
No, not even if it hits it hard. Like he can do like a finesse move.
Yeah.
Easy. That's easily the answer for sure.
No, I'm taking O'Neal.
All I gotta do is
I'm
guess
taking a
one
ground ball
side.
off
Eventually,
O'Neal
I'm gonna
Cruz.
guess right. That the hockey one for sure.
I mean,
I just have to guess.
How many tries? One time?
You have one time.
Oh, one time.
Yeah,
dude.
O'Neal.
Oh, I thought you said 100.
No, one time.
So
I'm
you
taking the O'Neal
Cool's one
Cruz ground
time.
ball.
Your chances,
ground
your
ball,
odds might go
hockey
up for the
puck.
hockey.
Yeah.
Or stop Derrick Henry.
I'm fucking blowing Henry up there. If I have one shot,
You're blowing him up.
I'm throwing everything I got at him.
Dude, you know what he would do to Cool's, honestly, if you had football pads
I've seen
on?
like small dudes
No.
tackle him.
Look at me. Derrick Henry would run at Cooley. Instead of lowering his shoulder, Derrick Henry would just reach out and grab Cooley's face mask and drag him along
I'm
with
whipping
him.
his fucking ankles apart, dude.
No, dude.
I'm coming in like a torpedo.
He's stomping on your arms and hands.
Has
You'll
anybody
come out looking like when
Oh.
Squidward gets
Yeah.
crumpled with.
His arms are all
Yeah.
bent.
has anyone that's ever been 100 how much are you right now? 165, 170?
Yeah, but this is prime. We're talking prime.
No, I'm talking you right now.
That's not fair.
Has
Derrick
anyone
Henry would literally kill me.
has anyone at 170 pounds ever tackled Derrick Henry?
Yeah, I'm sure. College or NFL.
I like the videos of Derrick Henry in high school and it says, imagine having to take math class and then go tackle Derrick
Do
Henry.
you think you could? You're all right. It's the end of the Daytona 500, and you have to.
You have the
they put
lead.
you in the. They put you right at the front of the pack, not in the middle, not at the end, but you're right at the front of the pack, maybe the third car back, and you have to finish the race. You have to finish the race and survive for 5.
Do you think
laps.
you just to win
5
win,
laps?
win or
Five
just
laps. No,
win
you
or
just have
just
to
finish?
survive the race. You just have to finish.
geez,
Dude.
I'm just driving.
Dude.
Nah, dude, I'd fucking
Dude.
rear
I
gotta
end
drive in a
somebody
circle
and have
for
to
5
spin out, hit the
They
wall.
say it's hard. They say it is so hard.
Yeah, dude, I'm rear ending the shit out
Dude.
of somebody. Because I'd
Dub,
get pissed.
You know how I am. I'm confident. That would be really
That
hard.
might be the hardest of all of
Yes.
them.
Hell no. Drive in a circle 5 times?
No,
Cool.
Cool,
I don't
you're
think you
like this
understand.
far
Yeah.
from another car.
Yeah, and you're moving at
I
about
do that every
100
day.
You're moving at 180 miles an hour.
You don't drive 200 miles per hour. On
I
a-
can.
I might not even be able to
No.
turn the wheel, and I might just go straight into the wall, like on turn.
Dude, you would wreck
All
so
those
fast.
dweebs that drive those cars, I can 100% do
You've
it.
never been in these cars before, ever. Just like you've never been on skates and goal. Like you've never experienced it before. And
How
you
many
just
tries do I get?
you just sit in your car. Right now, guy comes in. He says that you hit this button. You sit in this car, and you're 5 laps from the finish at the Daytona 500.
Well, they're not
And
just
you're-
going to run into me. They're going to try
Yeah, I
to
know,
avoid
but
me.
you've never driven on a bank before, so you don't know what the
You
incline.
turn one way the entire time.
This dude's drunk.
You're
dude.
out of your fucking.
Turn
you go
left.
mind. Listen, Cool.
Which way do I go?
You are getting clipped. You are getting clipped by.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you. Cools.
They're going to avoid me.
Cools.
Cool. So they bump you on
Dude,
purpose.
Kyle Busch
If they
has come
bump me,
up
they're
and
really
fucking
fucked up.
walking me into the wall.
Ryan
Cool,
Blaney-
They bump me on purpose. That's fuck.
Cool. They go past you and bump you a little bit, so you
No,
shit.
like-
well, you.
Why? I'm in last.
God,
You
I'm
wouldn't know what to
panicking.
do,
Yeah.
though.
I'm
You
not
would-
panicking.
Cools, you wouldn't. Cools.
Here's what
You're going
you do.
200 miles per hour.
No,
I get nervous on the fucking parkway
You
in
don't take
Pittsburgh.
off. You get dropped in a car going 200 miles
even
per
better.
hour.
I don't even have to start it up. I can just hold the steering wheel a little bit
out
left.
of your
the entire way.
Yeah.
Could you
dude.
keep your composure if you were on pit lane, or pit road, and you had to change the tire?
No.
I don't have to change a tire.
No. You're in the pit.
I
crew.
can't even cut grass. I can't change a tire.
All you got to do is
You would come out of the.
one nut now.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah,
They have-
it used to be 5, and I think it's one. That's one big lug now.
Wow.
Can you
kinda
imagine
crazy.
that though? How terrifying that would be.
Don't they do it in less than like 3 seconds?
It's
I'm
fast.
saying driving.
Oh, yeah. Well, that too, but
No, that wouldn't be that scary.
200 miles per hour. And
Why
And
is that so scary?
Hey,
Ryan Blaney or like Ricky Stenhouse is going to hit you in the quarter panel, and you're
If
going to.
Danica Patrick can do it, I can do it.
That sounds
That's
ridiculous.
so
Come
bad.
on.
That's so bad.
You sound
That's so
ridiculous.
bad.
What the fuck?
That's so
How
He's
bad.
a terrible driver.
No, dude.
Oh.
Dude. She would destroy
That's
you.
wrong.
Remember from Talladega Nights where he pulls up for the pit change and they say, "Where'd he go?" And he's in line for like a chicken
Yeah,
sandwich.
he's at McDonald's.
I would come around the first turn and I would cut it to. I'd cut it too wide. I'd hit somebody hit my quarter panel and I would be upside down.
Can't be that hard.
I'd be upside down and.
I mean, all three of you have your phones up.
I was going to.
I was looking something up.
I was going to ask another question. Do you think you could land
Fuck
land?
no.
Do you think
With the help,
A
yes.
plane?
Do you think you could land like a Boeing like 7 like a
Well, they would guide me to it, but I've actually have seen that
A
it's not that
jumbo
hard.
jet.
All you do is just pull the thing back.
oh here we go.
That's ridiculous.
one
that it's
button,
not
the
In
wheels come out.
international like let's say it's like American Airlines, you have to land a double decker like jumbo
Not
jet.
a shot.
Dude, there's thousands of planes land a day. I could definitely do it.
You have thousands of planes by thousands of trained pilots that have done it for thousands
Right.
of
It can't
hours.
be that
Hours.
hard. If
Yeah,
anybody
it
can go
probably
to
is
pilot
really
school
hard.
and do it, I can definitely.
Cool. It probably is really,
Yeah.
really hard.
Anybody can't go to pilot school. You
You
have
know
to
what we
be
should do?
trained.
You know what we can do? I bet we could reach out to West Lib and go to their simulator.
They have a simulator?
They have
Really?
a program. They have
I
to
wanna
have a
golf.
simulator.
Yeah, I think now up at the Ohio County Airport. Oh, you know what's the biggest skill gap of any like
Golf.
sports? Esports.
Oh my god.
Can you imagine how
I killed Face Scope.
No, but I'm saying a professional Call of Duty team against
us four?
like us. You would never win.
Would I have to camp? Even if I'm camping, would they still kill
Yep,
me?
100%.
We
You
would
never
never
win. You would never.
I agree.
That's
with
a
that.
game
I
where
agree
you
with
would.
that in almost pretty much every sport that you would name. I agree with that. So yeah.
Yeah,
So fuck you, Soup.
That's all right. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
we would never win ever.
All right, Cools. Do you think you could one hole at on the PGA Tour? One hole on the PGA Tour. Could you win against Scotty Scheffler?
Probably not.
One hole.
How many?
100 tries. One hole.
There's a chance he bogeyed it 100 times. So I don't know.
But yeah. Well, yeah.
The only way maybe because I have hit a hole in one and maybe I could get a hole in one.
Get lucky, yeah. Like if
Yeah.
you get lucky one time.
Yeah, I think so. I can get lucky and bogey one when he pars it. I bet it's just luck. It's more just him fucking up more than me. Like if I
You
could
did
bogey
hit a hole in one.
Yeah,
Holy shit!
that's what I'm saying. I could hit a
That's hilarious. That's
hole in
crazy.
one or
Oh,
I could
I got
bogey
some
it.
good ones. I looked up some more like super. Or what is it called?
Hi,
What is it called?
Jesus Christ.
Hypotheticals?
Hypotheticals.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Oh my God. There's some of these.
Give us a few before we
No
sign off
way.
here.
All right. So there's all kinds of sports on here. So we'll just start with baseball because we were talking about it. Okay. You're catching. Could you catch? Could you catch Paul Skeens not knowing what the pitch was coming?
Hell no.
100 pitches and you have
And
to
you don't
catch,
know?
and you don't know what's coming.
Oh my God, no.
Yeah.
Wait, but like, what's the like?
100 pitches. You have to. You're
Catch all 100?
no. You just have to catch one.
Oh, I
Oh,
could
one,
catch-
maybe one, yeah. If I'm expecting fastball,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
throws it, and then he throws a
Yeah.
fucking slider and hits me in the shin. That would be terrifying.
dumb.
That genuinely would
Or
be
you're
horrifying.
sticking
Or-
That would be
Or
so
you're
scary.
expecting off speed. He throws a fastball.
It would be stuck in
Getting
my
crossed
mouth.
up is one of the funniest things ever. Like, it's scary, but I think it's so funny
I
watching
hate
people get crossed up.
Oh,
That's terrifying.
that shit hurts.
Oh.
Your thumb would be
Get
busted.
hit right in the
Did you
mask.
track down a fly ball that's slicing away from you?
Yeah, oh yeah.
All right. Could you throw a touchdown pass against a defense led by Aaron Donald?
Oh,
Who
dude.
would the other defender?
Oh God.
NFL defenders?
Like wonder if that's like
a high
from
school
This question is not even. If anybody ever says could you outrun Tyreek Hill on a deep route?
Well, I'm sure some people can. Well, I can't. I have to run a
What do you
4-2.
mean outrun the tire? Like, why would anybody think that they could do that?
Then there's the can you stop Derrick Henry in an open field with a one-on-one tackle? Cooley says yes.
No.
I get him at least once.
Could you block a pass rush move from Khalil Mack?
Hell no.
No.
No way.
He'd break both of my hands.
I'd be right here.
He would smack both of my hands and they'd break. Yeah.
Could you score?
Wait, ask him that when he sits right. We got a few hypotheticals before we sign off here, Sue.
From here.
This is fucking hilarious.
This one Jarrett laughed at. Could you outrun Tyreek Hill on a deep route? Could you block a pass rush move from Khalil Mack?
No, dude. He would literally take you and stick you into the ground.
Could you score a point? Could you score 1 point? No, sorry. Could you score a point against LeBron James in a 1-on-1?
To 11? Out of 100?
Out of 100, you have to score. You have to throw one up.
Oh my gosh!
Yes.
Yeah, yes. Out of 100.
Yes.
I'm not. Every time I'd shoot, he would just.
He would be up in
unless there's like any chance if he gives me a little bit of space and I just heave one up and bank it in.
Could you make a jump shot over Giannis Antetokounmpo's reach?
It's impressive.
No way.
That's a tough reach.
No shot. He's fucking 8'9".
Yeah, you really have to be above him at that point, or
no way. All these are physical.
Could you dunk on someone like Zion Williamson in a fast break?
No, he would literally.
I can't even dunk.
He would. I would jump with him. We would jump with him, Jub, and he would just give us a little check, and our bodies would go flying the other way.
Could you dunk on someone?
Could you dribble past a prime defensive guard like Kawhi Leonard?
No.
Jub. He would. I wouldn't be able to.
Absolutely not.
Jub.
Have you seen his hands?
Oh my god.
Jub, look up Kawhi's hands.
Grip that entire fan.
Could you block a shot from Kevin Durant?
No,
he's giving me.
Nobody blocks Kevin Durant.
If the game's do 100, Jub, and it's make it, take it, I don't get the ball.
Unless I take my shoe off and throw it at it.
Could you, all right, over to tennis. Could you return a serve from Novak Djokovic at 140 miles per hour?
No way.
Yes.
Could you win 1 point against Serena Williams on her second serve?
Nope.
Not even close.
Yes.
I don't think he understands how hard tennis is.
Yeah.
I don't have to serve. So.
Could you keep up with Rafael Nadal's baseline rallies in a game of 5 sets?
Nope.
Not a rally.
In a game of 5 sets? Holy shit.
Could you this question, could you outlast Roger Federer in a long rally?
No. What?
Who made these, Jub?
I just have to get hoping he hits the net.
All right, soccer. Could you stop a penalty shot from Cristiano Ronaldo or Lionel Messi?
You got to hope it just hits you in the forehead.
No.
Yes. I just have to guess. That's all they do anyways. They all guess.
It's literally hitting you right in the stomach and you're not getting up for 5 minutes.
That's fine. I just stopped it.
Could you outrun, I think it's Kylian Mbappe on a breakaway?
No.
Yes.
You can outrun him?
No.
Let's see. Golf. Could you break par on a round at Augusta?
No.
Never in my life. That might be harder than getting a perfect game.
Could you sink
in bowling?
In
bowling?
No baseball.
Against Tiger Woods, could you sink a 40-yard putt under pressure?
No. I can't even do it with no pressure. No one watching.
I would say maybe that's the best. You'd have the best chance at that of of all of these.
How long,
dude? If I sunk a fucking 40-foot putt against Tiger Woods with like
I would
million
shred
people
that
there
into pieces.
I'm whipping my club at Tiger.
Job, how long would it honestly take until you could roll with 300 in bowling? Like, are we talking a week?
Realistically, out of all of these, I think I could do that.
I saw a video of this guy that said he didn't leave the bowling alley until he bowled a perfect game, and he had to fake the video because he couldn't. He faked it.
Well, probably
he couldn't do it.
And you know what he did? He set up all of the the rollers that you can set up and it rolls down.
Yeah.
He set up all of those at every lane, and he still couldn't do it.
Damn.
Wow.
He cheated. He cut the video to where it was like fake.
Could you drive a ball as far as Bryson DeChambeau on a long hole?
He just hit something 413 yards.
Did you see that? What he did at the Motor Speedway? He drove a ball like 734 yards.
How? Christ.
Oh, because it hit
it like bounced on the track.
All right, here you go, Cool.
I think that's what it was.
Could you avoid a submission from Khabib Nurmagomedov
For how long?
in a round of
No,
round of
not
MMA.
around. I could dodge him for a little bit. He's running my ass down.
That'd be the most scary.
That'd
thing.
be
That
terrifying,
that's even more scary than Derek.
yeah.
Because those guys want to kill you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Could you survive one round against Israel Adesanya?
Fuck no.
Striking.
He would spin and
flicked-
kick me in the fucking head.
He'd flick Cooley right between the
The
eyes,
only way that if I could just run around the cage.
and he'd still
He's
catch
still
you.
catch you. He's huge. He's like 6'4".
What if I poked him in the eye?
Could you land?
You wouldn't reach.
Could you land one clean punch on Conor McGregor in a stand-up exchange?
No, I wouldn't get past his first
no,
throwing punch.
I don't think
He would
I
knock
don't
every
think-
one of my teeth out.
I don't think so.
My eyes would be.
This
in my
might be
ears.
the biggest skill
Could-
gap, honestly.
could you-
Yeah.
Could you withstand a leg kick from Usman?
Our leg would
Oh
shatter.
Jesus, no.
No!
Our leg
Oh
would
my
shatter.
God! No!
What about Francis Ngannou's
Oh.
punch? Could you withstand
Dude.
a punch from Francis Ngannou?
Oh yeah, no, doesn't he have the hardest punch
It's
ever?
the hardest punch. It's like a
Isn't
truck.
like he hit you with a he punched
He
Danger
punched
Aaron,
Danger.
and
Yeah,
then-
the nuts.
Then last
Well,
one,
maybe I can withstand it, dude.
could you get past Amanda Nunez's jab and land a hit?
No, she's knocking
Yes.
me out.
Yes.
You could land a
No.
punch on Amanda Nunez.
Yes.
No.
Cool.
Yes.
No, I'd be knocked out,
She's,
dude.
Cool.
she's small.
Goals.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, Amanda Nunes. I might beat her. I might beat her up.
She would
I'd
fucking
slam
destroy
her.
me.
Goals. She would get you on the ground.
If I get 100 fights with her, I could win.
No way. No way.
Yeah.
Nope, not
No
a
way.
chance.
I might kill her, actually.
All right.
It's
Thanks for
ridiculous,
listening
dude.
to Piner Podcast, not on the Watchdog. If you think you can do any of these, I'm sure Jarrett's going to clip this and thousands of people, or not thousands, we'd be lucky to get that. Hundreds of people are going to, maybe not even that.
Maybe
a
one
couple of
person.
people are going to tell us that
No,
we're
we've had a
morons.
few. I tell you what, the next episode that we're all on, we got to go through, and I've been wanting to do this. We got to go through the comments on that one Pittsburgh video and
Well, they
just
only
call
make
it.
fun of one person.
Me.
If I want to talk about
They
books,
fucking destroyed me on that video.
Which
Let's do it.
which
The
one?
driving one.
Oh, yeah.
we'll talk about.
It's all-
I was going to talk about books, but we'll talk about books next time. I want to talk about books because I went to Books a Million yesterday. I was taking pictures of ones I want to
Let's
get.
do it.
Well, next week.
Yeah, but you don't read.
I've got 20 pages. Just wrap this up.
You know what we need to do? We all need to read the same book and have a PowerPoint on it. It's so funny when you do that, dude.
Oh, point.
Book club.
It's a
Tell you
book
right
club.
now,
I'll be
the
asleep
Dude,
about a third slide.
no, you wouldn't. It's
Listen,
so funny,
The book I read before this one, I
Because your
have right here.
perspective is different than Jub's, and
Dude.
Well,
The
we'll
book-
find out. We'll talk about it next
The
episode.
book I read before that one right there, that's sitting right there.
best book you've ever read.
It's if they made it into a movie, it would be, people would fucking lose their minds. It would be one of the best movies because it's funny and it's really
What is it? Sci-fi? What was it?
fantasy. That's the series. The writer's name is Nicholas Eames.
That's the second book.
It's the second
What
book.
book?
It's right here.
What's the name
I
of the
can't
book you're
see it.
talking about?
Tell the people.
It's called, the first book's called Kings of the Wild. It's about these,
Don't you want to save it?
we'll talk about it later. This one's called Bloody Rose.
All right,
though.
deal.
All right. Piner Podcast, episode 162. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
We'll see you here next week.
Later.